Today I want to show you a great tool for inspecting and debugging Ember applications. It's a Chrome extension called Ember Inspector. So if you go to the Chrome Web Store and search for that phrase, it is going to be the first hit. And you just have to click the button to install that extension. So once you install the extension, you are going to have an Ember tab in your developer tools, and that tab in turn is going to have 3 tabs here on the left. So let's go through each of them. The first tab is called View Tree, and it shows how your views and templates are laid out on the page. And as you hover over each view name, then you see where that view is rendered on the page. What's more, it even shows you what the model is behind your templates. And so you can even click on these models and see their properties. Click on those. Right now I'm looking at a model object, see their properties too. And if that's a computed property, there is a little calculator icon here. So that's a great way to see how exactly each page is built up. Next one is routes, and this tab allows you to see all the routes in your application. And as we learned during the Build an Ember App screencast series, routes are the most important thing in an Ember application, because they define all the route names, the controller names, and even the template names that are going to be used in your application. So if you ever feel lost, then you can just see these names in a very nicely arranged form and see if you made any errors, for example, in defining them. And in the same vein, you can click on these to see their properties and even routes. You can inspect routes here. The third tab is called the data, and that would show the data in your application if it uses a persistence library that Ember Inspector supports. And these are currently Ember Data and Ember Model. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to find an Ember application which uses one of these. So if you know of one, then just let me know. So Ember Inspector can also be used to inspect other ember.js applications and to learn from them. So you can think of it as the view page source equivalent for Ember applications. If you, for example, go to discussember.js.com, which is a Discord site, you can see how they define their routes, again, along with the URLs and the controllers. You can click on View Tree to see how views are laid out on the page, and so on and so forth. I think Ember Inspector can be an immense help to understand how your components work together, and especially why they fail to work together correctly. It was mostly made by a guy called Teddy Zini, so if you find the extension useful, then you can go thank him. The code lives on GitHub under ~io/Ember extension. So that's it for this episode. I hope Ember Inspector serves you well.